Hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today I'm going to teach you how to design a RESTful API in ASP.NET Core, and I'm going to put a shopping cart project API in ASP.NET Core. Okay, so here we have a ASP.NET Core empty projects, and just I want to use a blank solution. There we have a blank solution. I think blank solution is actually blank app is universal app blank solution. Here you create a empty solution containing no projects. So just select it. And I want to e-commerce project API. So just use e-commerce project. Okay. So the name is e-commerce project and just select it, create a new RESTful API. Here we have a blank solution. Just I want to create a new add a new solution folder. Okay, so here the name is src, that is the source file, and I want to add some project here. So add a new project. First of all, that is the web application project and web API project. So I choose ASP.NET Core Web API project, and the project name is, we know that e-commerce project is like that. So but I want to use shopping cart. So just put a name, that is shopping cart dot app is the project name. Shopping cart dot app is the project name, and the framework is .NET 8.0. Okay, just select it and create a new web API project, that is shopping cart dot app. Okay, now the next project is to add in an app. Actually, in this video and in this project I will use a CQRS pattern. Okay, so I'm going to give you a simple clean architecture with CQRS pattern design. So shopping cart dot app, and the next project I want to add, that is class library project. So that is the class library project. So the project name is shopping cart dot and application layer. So that is the application layer. I want to use it here. That is shopping cart dot app and shopping cart dot application layer. And the next one is to add that is infrastructure layer. So new project, and that is the class library project. And the next one is shopping cart dot domain layer. I want to add. Okay, so just create a domain layer. Okay, so before going to this, I want to show you my membership plan. It's more beneficial for you because this is my membership plan, and I will give you a complete video tutorial on .NET Core with the project, and I will give you complete source code, complete video tutorial, okay, on in your .NET Core. And further I will provide you Dapper, REST API, Angular, Entity Framework Core, MS Test Unit, Blazor, unit testing, HTML, CSS, jQuery, SQL Server, and the React based tutorial. I will give you tutorials and complete source code and resource material that is used in this tutorial session. Okay, it's not only a simple video tutorial, it's a project based video tutorial. So I will give you two projects in each technologies. Okay, so you get much more knowledge about any one technologies, and this is not a technology, it's a roadmap of .NET Core. Okay, I will provide you. So how to get this deal? Just fill this form. So just fill this form, your name, your email ID, your contact number. It's optional. Transaction reference ID, order ID, or PayPal ID. If you are belong from India, just pay using UPI, and if you are, and just mention the order ID. And if you are belong from other country, just pay using QR code and mention the PayPal ID or order ID, because this is my PayPal ID here, and you can scan this QR also. Okay, and after that submit the form, and your form link available in your video description box. Okay, so must to check your video description box. Okay, so continue with the with your API code. So here we have a shopping cart dot domain layer. Now here we have a shopping cart dot app and application layer. Now add a new project again for your infrastructure. So that is also a class library project. So that is shopping cart dot infrastructure. We all know that what you take inside your domain layer is actually related to your entities, your value objects and aggregators like that. And what about the application and infrastructure? Later on I will discuss what types of matters and what types of things we will add in application layer and infrastructure layer. So but before going to further, I want to clear you that is the clean architecture with CQRS pattern. Okay, so here we have a app layer, application layer, domain layer, infrastructure layer. Now the next one is to add a persistence layer and presentation layer. So just I want to add a new project, and that class library project, and the class library project have a shopping cart dot persistence layer. That is shopping cart dot persistence layer. So just add, create a new button, that is shopping cart dot persistence layer. So here we have a persistence layer. Now the last layer I want to add, that is presentation layer. So in a clean architecture, so just add a new project and class library project, and the last one is shopping cart dot presentation layer. So here we have a presentation layer, just I want to add it here. Okay, so here we have a, that is the these are the layers. One by one I will clear you what types of matter I will add in these layer. Okay, so first of all, the app layer is the UI layer where your app is start from your program.cs file, so that is the starting point of your application. So that project actually built in .NET 8.0, so must to configure this app here. Okay, now I want to create a method chaining here, so there is no need to register here. So I want to comment this out. Okay, so I want to that here I want to add a method chaining here. So first of all, I want to create some directories inside your application domain layer, infrastructure layer, presentation, and all. So first of all, the default controller here is, that is weather forecast. So there is a no need to add controller here because we have a presentation layer, so there is a no need. So just right click on it and delete the controller folder from here. Okay, and we all know that there we have a weather forecast .cs file, so just also delete from here. Okay, so here we have a program.cs file, and also we can just create a extensions directory here. So create a new folder, that is extensions method. Okay, so here we have a extensions method, just I want to add it here, that is applied in the with the iService collection. Okay, like I want to add database options, I want to add fluent validations like that. So these are the extension method we can just add in the application layer. Now in future I will use utilities directory here, so just add a utilities. Okay, so that is the extension method, just I want to add it here in the later session. But before, I want to add some few of the directories here. So start with the domain layer, and domain layer, that is the core layer of your project. Okay, we all know that in the clean architecture, a domain layer is an independent layer. That layer is does not contain any dependencies for outer layer. Okay, so just right click on it and add some directories inside it here. The first directory is entities, that. And you know that entities actually containing your models. If you are using entity framework or model first approach, that entity is inside it here. Okay. And the next one is to each entity have a base type. You know that. So entity IDs is I want to add it here. Entity IDs. Okay, entity IDs is a primary focus on entities. Okay, and the next one is entity keys. Okay, so the next one is to entity keys is the new folder, and next one is errors enums like that. So I want to add here, that is abstractions layer, and the next one is to add, that is base type, that is base types, and the next one is to add common directories. Okay, and the next one is constants. I want to add in domain layer, that is constants, and the next one is to add, that is domain events. Okay, and the next one is to add, that is enumerations. Okay, and enums. Okay, so enums is here. The next one is to add errors. Oops. These are the essential folders to add in your domain layer. Okay, so that these are the errors and exceptions. Okay, and the next one is to add, that is results, and is to add utilities. Utilities is the directory that is almost containing in all applications or layers. And the next one is to add, that is value objects. Okay, so here we have a simple directory structure in the domain layer. We will add one by one each of the fields in all these directories. Okay, now the next part is to add, that is infrastructure layer and the persistence layer. So persistence layer is the responsible for containing data access layer, you know. So that layer I want to add some configuration here. Now the next part is to cover persistence layer. And what about you have to add in persistence layer? Persistence layer is the data access layer, you know that. So persistence layer have a common directory, that is abstractions. Okay, and the next one is to add, that is configurations. Okay, and the next one is to add, that is constants, and next one is to add converters, that is okay, that is the converters. Now add a new directory, that is exceptions. Okay, and that is new directory for framework. I will explain you in each directory what should I take related to this directory, what should I take the classes and the code. Okay, so wait for some time. I will add it exceptions, converters, constants, and configurations and abstractions. The next one is to outbox and repositories. So here we have a repositories, The next one is utilities. Okay, so add a new folder, that is utilities, and the next one is to add. Okay, that's finished. I will add in more. Okay, so that is the persistence layer. Now in the presentation layer, uh, persistence layer is actually persistence layer and your application layer is running each other. So just I want to design presentation layer. Before going to presentation layer, must add a application layer structure. Okay, now in the application layer, we just design a services for your project. So we all know that just remove the class 1 by default from the application layer, and I want to add a abstraction layer first. So just right click on your application layer and add a new directory for your abstractions. So that is the abstraction layer, and the next one is to add new directory, that is cache. I want to cache in here, and the next one is to add that is constants. Okay, and now the next one is to add exceptions. Okay, and the next one is to add features. Okay, now I want to add the next directory here, that is exceptions, and that is features. Okay, and features, we know that just add a new directory here, that is mappings between view model to model. So here we have a DTO to model, or you can say that that is the mapping here. The next one is to add that is middlewares. Okay, and I want to use in application layer, that is pipelines and utilities. So here we have a pipelines and utilities. That next one is the utilities. Okay, so these are the directories inside your application layer. So application layer is clear. Now app is clear. Now the next one is the application layer. These are the application layer directories, domain layer directories, and we will add some class file here. Now just I want to discuss about the infrastructure layer. So just delete this class 1 by default, and here we have a persistence layer. So just I want to remove the class from here. Okay, and the next one is the presentation layer. Okay, so I want to delete the from here. Okay, so here we have a infrastructure layer. I want to add some directories inside your infrastructure. Now the next one is to infrastructure layer, and in the infrastructure layer we just add like authentication. Authentications, and the next directory to add here, that is background jobs, and the next directory to add, that is builders. Okay, and the next directory to add, that is decorators. Okay, and the next directory to add, that is policies. Okay, rename policies. Okay, and the next is to add, that is providers. Okay, and the next directory to add, resolvers. Okay, now the next directory to add, that is services. Infrastructure have some directories, that is utilities and validators. So validators and utilities. Okay, so these are the directory structure where inside your shopping cart dot infrastructure. Okay, so close this one. Persistence layer is ready to go, and the next one is to add shopping cart dot presentation layer. Inside your presentation, we can just add a controllers directory. Okay, so controllers here. Okay, also I want to add in the presentation layer, just add a new abstraction layer. Okay, so that is the directory structure in each layer. I want to start it from domain, application layer, and the presentation layer, and each layer one by one. Okay, and also register the presentation layer in your application layer here. Okay, with the help of extension methods. So these are that directory is used here. That is the extensions method. Okay. Uh, in the next video, I will show you how to add extension method here, and one by one process the uh, complete API project in soon. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video, and keep watching all other videos which is related to ASP.NET Core and best practices.